Hello, welcome to my channel. Donna Cato here. This basic tutorial is color mixing. You know, when I first started working with clay, I used package color. I didn't really think about mixing colors for myself, and it wasn't until I met Lindley Haunani and Maggie Maggio that I really thought about custom mixing colors. Now, when you start, you're probably going to do the same thing I did and just use package colors. But pretty soon you're going to figure out that one way of distinguishing your work a bit is by customizing your palette. So how do you do that? Well, the simplest way is to take the colors. I'm going to mix a peach color. Is to take your clay and roll it through the same setting of the pasta machine. Doesn't matter what setting as much as it's got to be the same. Then I want you to take a cutter, and the shape is not important. The shape really isn't important. This is a good size because I can work with this amount of clay, the amount of clay that is produced. If the cutter is too small, you can't hardly mix. So it's got to be sort of like a medium-sized Kemper cutter. So to make my peach, I'm going to start by just taking one cutting from each sheet. And I'm going to mix them by rolling them in the pasta machine. All right, so this is what I have when I have equal parts of these three colors. I want this to be a little more intense and a little pinker. So I'm going to cut one more magenta and put it in. Okay, so I like this color. It's just a pinky peach color. It's not like a baby pastel pink or a bubblegum pink. The addition of the red is what is making it a little more muted than that. All right, so now I know what my percentages are. 1 part white, 1 part red, and 2 parts of magenta. So write that down. Whatever your formula is, write it down. Now, if you're going to do massive amounts and you want a large quantity of this, it's quite simple. You would just take 1 package of white, 1 package of red, 2 packages of magenta, and that would get you, well, 8 ounces of this color. Okay, so that's pretty simple. But how do you mix less than that without having to cut, and then count the pieces? Well, this is a very simple way. So I'm going to take and roll the clay down through the thickest setting of the pasta machine. Maybe not really necessary, but I have this hole in the sheet. All right, so we need 2 parts of magenta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, like that. So now I have 2 sheets. I need 1 part of red, so I will put that right on top. Let me trim some of the excess away. And then I'm going to need 1 part of white. So I'll put that right on top. So now I have a slab composed of 2 layers of magenta, 1 layer of red, and 1 layer of white. Now I will cut straight down. Let me go here on the back. And once I mix this, or roll it through the pasta machine, folding and rolling to mix the colors, I will have my peachy pink composed of 1 part of white, 1 part of red, and 2 parts of magenta. It's a very simple way of reproducing a recipe, a color recipe. Okay, so let's do that. And by all means, I would just experiment with color mixing. Roll out sheets of all your clay colors and start just cutting out single pieces and adding a piece here or there. And then at the end, when you arrive at the color you like, just count the holes. Count the holes in the sheets. All right, so here is a larger quantity of the color from my recipe of 1 part white, 1 part red, and 2 parts of magenta. I don't think this is completely mixed. I think there's still some white in there. But I will keep mixing. It takes quite a while. All right, so I hope you've learned something. Just use your cutter, and just remember, each of your sheets of clay are the same thickness. And if you do that, then you really can't go wrong. So thank you for watching. If you learned something, if you think that somebody else might need this kind of instruction, it's just very basic stuff. This is all designed to get you started and to help you as you work your way along and acquire more and more information about how to work with clay. And not just how to work with clay, but how to minimize the extra effort and how to simplify. So once again, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Donna Cato. Bye.